I'm going to fuse this sound with the garage sound and call it sub-low.
Could you say you was like the first grime producer?
Yeah.
You're saying that. Saying that.
So none of these men were doing this thing before me, bro. None of them. Wiley, none of them. All them man spitting, all them favourite MCs in the grime scene, they spit on West Man's beats.
Really?
Big up Jammer. But when I put that drop to the man were packing my, I always said he was packing my records.
You sure you weren't being paranoid, maybe?
No. All the bangers came from West London.
The original warmonger, Jon E Cash. We're back for a very special episode of the Grime History Lesson. We've got the king of Sub-Low, the man himself, Mr. Jon E Cash.
Man, how you doing, my brother?
All good, you?
Yeah, blessings to be here, man. Blessings, man.
You like that intro, the king of Sub-Low?
Yeah, king of Sub-Low. Sub-Low-matic.
So listen, tell them, what is Sub-Low?
Sub-Low is a sound, a frequency that I use in all my musics. It's not a beat. It's not a particular style. It's a sound, which is below 40 hertz. And that's really geared for the clubs. Like when I'm making music for the clubs, for the analog sound, mainly for the club speakers. I mean, I'm from the era where you got the big reggae sound sets and the old rave sets like Coliseum, big speakers. So my stuff was made straight for gorilla speakers.
So some people may get confused thinking Sub-Low's like a movement, Sub-Low's a genre.
It's a genre. It's like a genre, but it's not typed to one. Like I can make a house song with a Sub-Low sound, but Sub-Low is like the umbrella of the sound that I create, the sort of style of music I make. And when I make grime music or whatever it is, I'm using that Sub-Low sound, and that's the main denominator in the music. That's the key.
So tell us how far back old school are you? Like
my love was graffiti art, and then
so what's this, like late 80s?
It's 1987. Yeah, we quit graffiti 1987, and from then we quit the graffiti. Said, what are we gonna do? So I'm gonna head to New York. You know what I mean? Went to New York in 1988, and that's when my life changed. Life changed completely.
How?
In many ways, I saw a different life than London.
So hold on, so you was 14. How the hell did you even get over to America? Like, how?
That's what everyone says. They said, how was you allowed to go places?
Yeah.
Remember, as a kid, I lived in Maidavale, a posh area in Maidavale, but the weekends I go down to my grandmother's house.
Where was that?
And that was in Harrow Road. When I was at my grand's, obviously technically grand's house, you can get away with everything. So I'll go out late at night, come back, I'll never be home, and I got into mischief, doing graffiti on trains, just doing all burgling art shops, doing everything you can think of as a kid. As a bandit kid, we did it. So I was hanging around older guys, and because I was always out every night, it become, my mum got used to it. My brothers couldn't do it, but only me. I was out as a kid. I hang down with older people. So when New York came, I said, Mum, look, she goes, if you go and I'll give you a joke. She goes to me, if you go and get a job, yeah, you work, you can go to New York. So I got a job in Burger King in West End. That's how I got to New York. And New York is where I became an adult. So I like going clubbing, Studio 54, seeing all the rappers I like, seeing LL Cool J, EPMD, all the hip-hop stars, you're seeing them in the same location as you. That was like, I said, wait, their hip-hop scene is different from the UK's. It's like mature. You know what I mean? So first of all, we come back to London, right? In London, everyone looked black and white, dull colours. We came back to UK full of colour. Like we had the flat tops. No one had flat tops in London. I grew my hair, the flat top.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of pictures.
So no one, like we was doing all the New York stuff. So we came back to London. We said, you know what? We're not doing graph no more. We're going to start doing music.
Right.
So this is where the music journey starts. So in West London, there was a crew called Power Lords. Yeah, and this I learned all how to unify my music in the future. I learned from the Power Lords.
So was that a rap hip hop crew?
Yeah, hip hop crew called Power Lords. Yeah. So Power Lords put all these crews together. So it had us lot was construction. That was me, Rage, and State of Art. You had Two Def. You had Power Lords. You had Def G. You had a couple of men from Shadow Cabinet from Harlesden. I can't remember. There's a few other rappers. So he made a big crew called Power Pack. That was enough of all the West London.
So basically unified West.
Yeah, so all the things he taught, all the things I learned in the hip-hop game, I brought forward into when it's my turn to do my music. So what happened, we was doing hip-hop for time, doing hip-hop. And then there was like a lot of politics with hip-hop where certain man like Tim Westwood, he would have control of the hip-hop scene. And I'm like, how does this one man control the hip-hop scene?
Was he the only DJ? Hip-hop?
No, more of a DJ, but
Was he the only one on national radio at the time? Or it wasn't even national, it was still underground, wasn't it?
He was on Keppel Radio. There's a few other men, but there's a few other DJs, but he had the key to push you. But he didn't push UK. Like we say, this boy's not pushing UK rap, he's not pushing our sound. Or we kept saying, why does he play a UK rap record and say, this is UK rap? Just play, this is hip hop. We kept pigeonholing it, this is UK rap. No, just play it, it's hip hop. And so I didn't like that he had control of our music. So
was he playing your stuff?
Yeah, he played our stuff he played our stuff once in a while on the radio, but he didn't really push the UK music. So I was like, this seems a bit strange. So I'm doing that for X amount of years. But then I started raving to the garage scene. Yeah. So, I'm raving in the garage scene and I'm saying, wow, these guys got their own infrastructure. They got their own DJs. They got their own promotions. You don't hear these guys on the radio. They got everything self-contained.
So who was you, like, when you was raving, who was out and about?
I was raving, me and my boys raving, but, the DJs in them times they were superstars. Like Martin Lana, you had Mike Roth, Cut Lloyd, you had enough DJs. I mean, there was enough DJs, Piper, there's tons of DJs. There's too much, yeah. And they were the superstars. And there was MCs like Creed, Unknown, and I knew Unknown, yeah. Unknown MC. Why I know him? Because he was a hip hop man when I was a hip hop man. So when I saw him in a garage rave, I said, "Well, this soft music, man." But he had all the girl in it, yeah. So one day I was in Coliseum. This was sparked off. One day I was in Coliseum, and one tune came on.
What was that tune? The
tune is called "Life Is What You Make It." It's by Groove Chronicles and I think LB. I'll give you some joke. We're in Coliseum now, and there's one DJ who used to play rhythms, bro. He always play the last set. This Ray played the gutter beats, bro. So one day I looked up and said, let me see what this DJ is, because I've been raving off my nut. Them days it was all E's and MD. So we just raving. So we raved to 6 a.m, then go to another rave. We didn't stop raving, man. Like, that was it. One day I looked up and said, let me see what this DJ is, plays the dark beats. It's Martin Liberty Lana. I said, he's a white guy.
I said, Martin Lana, yeah.
I said, this guy's a white guy. I said, I couldn't believe it. I said, this Bray is playing the most darkest beats. Darker than everyone. I said, Ron McClure, a fucking white dude, man, playing these nasty rhythms. I said, yo. I'm in Coliseum, I had this tune, Life What You Make It. And I remember I said, nah, what is this? This is the tune that when I'm in the rave, listen to the tune, I said, Bomba Clot, what kind of garage is this? This one stood out. I said, if I can fuse this bass line with the hard hip-hop beats, I'll get my sub-low sound. So the sub-low was like my UK hip-hop. So I said to myself, I'm going to make a new UK hip-hop, yeah, with the rave sound, with the kind of the sub-low bass line from the garage scene, but I'm going to do the hip-hop beats. So I fused my two lifestyles together, my two kind of genres of music that I like.
So it's basically a hip-hop versus garage.
Yeah, put them together, fuse them together. That was the fusion. And I was always going America. I went America every year, 2 or 3 times a year. But then on the sort of late 90s, I was going to Miami and Orlando. And in Miami and Orlando, the music was different. It was much different.
What was it?
Listen, I can't even tell you what this music was. I'll be going raving, yeah? I said...
Just so we can get a sort of feel of
I'm going to give you a picture of them times there in the late 90s, yeah? Mid-90s. So the New York, everyone knew the New York lifestyle, Busta Rhymes, blah, blah, blah. You know, the New York hip-hop, the way they dressed. I started going to Miami and Orlando. And I give you one joke here. I went to a record shop and I said, I see these TDs. I'm like, who's this dude? And all like blinked out. It's a pure masterpiece. I was like, who's this guy? So when you go to Orlando, you don't think of hip-hop. You think of Disneyland and, just think of tourists. No lie. One day I was out there with my missus and I was in the car park, yeah? No lie. I'm in the car park. I'm seeing this club. I'm seeing massive trucks pulling up. Girl driving big trucks. Dudes, gold teeth, white tees, dreads. Let me tell you now, there's not one light-skinned dude there. I'm like, what the hell is this, man? So I said, listen, missus, I want to go in the club and check out what's going on. She's like, you crazy? I said, no, I want to go in there. I want to go in the club and check out what's going on. Because I was like, nah, what's this scene? Because I'm seeing because I loved American lifestyle. I loved it, yeah? So I said, I've never experienced this. What is this? So all the guys wore white T-shirts, dreads. Long white T-shirts, dreads, gold teeth, that was it. I left my missus in the car. I said, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to come back out, yeah? She was obviously screwing me because I didn't come out straight away.
Yeah? Of course you didn't. Yeah.
So in Orlando, they looked at me. They thought I was police. I'll be going clubbing.
Oh, because you light skin.
Yeah. And I'm light skin. I'm wearing Gucci loafers like UK style. I'm walking in the club like, man, he's Popo, man. I'm like, I'm from London. I said, no, you're Popo. I said, no. They say, you got Gucci loafers on, man. Because I was just like proper English style, Gucci loafers. You know, the old stuff, the Chino Machino and all that kind of.
Yeah.
They said, no, man, you're Popo. I said, no, I'm from London. So I didn't believe me. So you don't get no people like your colour there. Man, you look like you're Puerto Rican, man. So I'm in the club now. Right, in the club. So sit in the corner. I'm in the corner of the club. Like, what is this music? I'm like, what's this? Some crazy music, man. I'm like, what is this music? I'm trying to analyze the music. I'm like, this ain't hip hop that I know. And it was fast. They had a kind of dance music here. They play faster tempo in the hip hop, and that's where they took their drugs and they'd be raving it. So then I heard certain tunes. Man, all this Master P stuff and like this, like the early stuff. I'm like, this is some strange music, but they're getting down.
Did you like it though?
Yeah, no. The B-line. Listen, all I remember it was B-line, pure bass. Just all you heard is just constant B-line. I'm like, and they're just getting down some off-key dancing I've never seen before. Like this is nothing from I know as hip hop. Yeah, so I'm in this club hearing this crazy music, and I'm really studying the music, really studying it. So cool. Didn't understand what's going on. Bought enough CDs. Bought them back to the UK. Started listening to the music. Okay. Then I went back by myself. I told my friends, yo, this is Orlando. It's not Mickey Mouse, man. It's not Mickey Mouse. It's not that Daffy Duck stuff. There's a hood there. I said, nah, man. There's a hood. I'm telling you, they got pure clubs.
See, that must have made your brain so wide in terms of music.
Yeah. So I'm going clubs, right? Just for the music, yeah. I'm bringing my friends over to Orlando all the time now in Miami, bringing them over there. And one day me and a guy called Jason from Son of Noise. Yeah. No lie. He always does interviews sometimes. Says, remember, I was there when you said Sublo. He says to me, yeah?
Okay.
So I'm in a hotel, yeah? I'm taking Jason to the club. I said, Jay, you know what? When I go back to London, it's like 97, 98. So when I go back to London, I'm going to fuse this sound with the garage sound and call it Sublo. Because what are you on about? I said, no, I'm going to fuse this sound. The rave with the hip hop, the two frequencies together, the energy and the harness. This is what I like. So I went back to London. I had no studio at the time. So I had the engineer that I know from the old hip hop days. He used to work in IMW. His name is Keith Too Real. I said to him, look, what do I need to buy to have a house studio in my house? He's an engineer. He gave me the list of stuff, bought the stuff, no problem. And then we started making music. So yeah, big up Suj, big up Too Real. Yeah, so we made a song called Dropped Up the Kid, yeah?
Is that the first? That was the first tune?
This was the first tune, right? Now, first we made it. I gave it dub to Wesley J. Wesley J battered this dub plate.
Was that the vocal?
It was a vocal dub, just to horror it. And the chorus, Jon E Cash, Champagne Bubble. The B-line would drop in, right? Wesley J, much respect to Wesley J. And big up Shamano, he bust his dub plate in Coliseum.
What was it like when it really first? They go off.
They go off, man. I remember.
Don't just say it. Don't.
No. Even I got tape packs with Charlie Brown chatting over it, saying, "This is I don't know what sound, but this is a new type of sound." Charlie Brown's MCing. He said, "What kind of sound is this?" So I got a live on pack. Remember, they man the garage MCs, and when they hear the B-line come in, all the shutter man them is to go nuts because it was dark. I said, right, I see people liking this stuff. Okay, I'm confident now to go and press it. Now, for those new generation today who make music, it's like there's no value in your music. You can make it in your laptop and you can put it live on air on your streaming sites. And then in our days, you couldn't just put anything out. You had to believe in the record you're making because you had to go and pay for money, pay for pressing. Everything cost money. There was a long process, from making the tune in the studio, getting it on dub plate, then going and get it on test press, then getting in a record box to give out. It was a whole process, which is, today's music, you just make it in your laptop and it's out.
It's out on iTunes.
There's no actual value to what you're doing. It's like just throwaway music, you know what I mean? So the true story is, pressed up the records. I'm going around the stores. I'm at Nicky Black Market. I remember.
Black Market Records, yeah?
Yeah. For those who don't know Black Market Records, you as a producer, you'd go in there. Downstairs was a dubstep and garage lot, yeah. Well, it was garage and breakbeat downstairs at the time, and upstairs was drum and bass, yeah. Now, usually you go downstairs, but I saw Nicky Black Market, and he put a record on, and these times here, you used to stand there with your box of records, And man's gonna put your record on in public, not listen to it in their headphones. This is
The whole record shop says
this is nerve-wracking now. This is nerve-wracking. You're thinking, this could make or break it. They're going to put on, that's garbage. It's going to kill your heart, you know what I'm saying? So I put the record on. You put it on in the loudspeakers. When the B-line come in. Nicky, are you signed? No. Do you want to be signed? I said, no.
It's like that. And he said no.
I said, we'll take this record. I said, I've already done the hard work already. I know I got a bang. I'm not going to give it away. All right. And my objective was, a lot of men are trying to keep me from the scene coming in. No, I'm going to terrorize. I'm going to bust down the door and open the door for this.
So you knew from that tune what you had.
Yeah. And there was no tunes. And there's other guys making tunes. Charmsy, he was making tunes.
Charmsy, yeah.
So I'm going to give you a story. So I had the white label. So I went to the record stores. I knew I'm onto a winner. Now, there was a few underground radio stations. I can't remember the name of them. There was like Ice FM, some stations back in the day.
Was Freeze?
Freak. No, it wasn't around.
Freak FM.
Freak FM.
Mission.
Freak. Mission. That's it.
Mission.
Mission. You got good memory, G Money.
Yep.
All right. Mission. Now, in them days, listen. Let me tell you how I was in them days. I'll be like trying to tune it in, trying to tune it. You hear I hear my tune on the radio getting played. Just hear it.
And you trying to tape it.
Trying to tune it in. That was a rush. Like that to me. That was like my drug. To hear my music, like people were liking this stuff, and I would always hear Charmsy's tune mixed in after mine.
What Charmsy tune was it?
It was called Raid. Yeah, it was all original song called Raid. Up, it's hard still, dirty bass line. This is how things are. How God works in mysterious ways. On Mission, if I'm hearing my tune, I'm hearing this tune, and I said our tunes they don't sound like no one else's tunes. They just sound out of place.
So you just yours and Charmsy?
Yeah, they just sound out of place, like just their own genre. For months, I'm hearing this tune, my tune. He's hearing my tune as well. I don't know who he is. I don't know how I got to meet him, but somehow I did. I don't know how it was. So one day he turned up in his car. I see some young dude. I said, right, he's young, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Started meeting, started chatting. We clicked straight away. He said, yo, we're joining forces, man. It's pushed his underground music. Because when he comes to me, he put down pure CDs. He had pure tunes. It's like, yo, he's making dark music like me. I said, yeah. We're going to join forces, make this thing blow. So he was the first person, apart from my own camp that was with me making music, that I linked up. So from Charmsy, I said, "Rare, you know what I'm gonna do?" Now remember, Drop Top and All About the Cash, it was a white label.
All About, okay, so that was before Black Ops. So these
were before Black Ops. These are white labels, yeah. So All About the Cash and Drop Top was a white label. Charmsy had Raid out. So I said, you know what? All right, cool. I need to form an organization. So I started thinking back to the Power Pack days, get all the crews together. All right, I'm going to make because what I'm doing is brand new. I know one man can't break the doors down because listen, them man didn't want me coming through, bro.
The garage man.
Man, they didn't want me coming through. No.
Why did you say that? Because
I'll give you evidence. As we go down the line, I'm going to give you evidence.
You sure you weren't being paranoid, maybe?
No. Everyone told me, listen, man. You know when you listen, they don't want you coming through. They don't want to play your tunes. I'm in the club.
But you were saying Lana was playing his tune.
No. This is way in the beginning.
Okay.
Right? Remember, I got to bust the door down, yeah? So, in the beginning, they didn't want the old school garage band did not want to make their music become new. In 99, they're still making tunes. New tunes are coming out. Pure bangers are coming out. But then when 2000 come, it sort of slide down. And then they're playing the same box of records. So I knew I was going clubbing, trying to give my tunes to DJs. They weren't having it. So all the bedroom, remember, at this time here, all the bedroom DJs they were my food. The bedroom DJs. They're the ones.
So they was always buying the white labels. Yeah.
Remember, the bedroom DJs are the next DJs on the next
coming through.
Right. These are the next DJs that come through in the scene. So I had pure bedroom. They were loving it. Look, I used to drive around my car, white labels. Enough people know me. I met enough people I see today. I remember you, Johnny Man, parking up your car, giving out white labels. I don't remember doing that, yeah, but I did it. So I used to drive around my car. Like I had American mentality. Drive around back of your trunk, sell records. This is what I did. Like it was just shotting food. I'm going around. That is my game. So I knew I had the bedroom DJs. These are going to be the next generation. The next generation of DJs. Yeah. When these old ones fizzle out, these ones are going to be the ones in the forefront. I knew what's happening. So I was doing this. I thought, you know what? I need to get a team. Okay. My knowledge of crews, like I thought, I want to have a London Wu-Tang production. You know what I mean?
Serious.
Like a production team.
Serious.
And we got all of us are strong. You know what I mean? So DJs. Artists, I wanted everything in one camp. So I had Charmsy. Then I had DJ Dice. Yeah,
Dice,
yeah,
yep.
Bad boy DJ. Big up DJ Dice. Man,
How did you meet Dice?
I met Dice through the MC Chaps. That was
Chaps.
Chaps.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so big up Chaps in a minute. So that was this is when this is now I'm getting the crew together. So
Chaps was there.
Dice. So Dice. I met Dice. Dice through Dice. I met Chaps.
Chaps was the MC.
Yeah. So now I got DJ. I got Charmsy. I got Chaps. So yo, then Dice goes, I know a young dude makes hard beats like you're like.
Dread.
Yeah, Dread. Yeah.
So are you all from West?
All from West, yeah, all from West. So I said, right. So I said, man, that's the team going on. So I said, look, we're gonna put this up. I've got this thing called Black Ops. I'm gonna do. But how I got the name Black Ops is I was watching a movie called JFK. You're gonna know if you watch JFK again, you're gonna know where I get my samples from. They're all from the movie JFK.
For the Black Operations.
Yeah, Black Ops, coup d'etat, ricotta, all from JFK.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right, so they're all from JFK. And I thought, why I call it Black Ops? Because I thought Black Ops are one who you call them. They're the last resort. There's no laws. They're above all the law. So I thought, in music terms, there's no law in my music. There's no controlling.
You're above the law. There's no controlling you, man.
We're our own unit. We're doing our own thing. So Black Ops, we're as they are in the military or the police. They're their own group. We are our own group. You know what I mean, we're doing our own thing. So when the Black Ops formed, I said, I'm do a label. The first tune. This, I always tell people, if you want to go listen to your first grimy, greasy record, yeah?
Here we go, we're getting real now.
You can go back and do your data, go back and do your timeline, go back and do anything. I just swear, yeah? Hoes don't mean shit to me. Now you can hear the hip-hop element, hoes don't mean shit, but when you hear
don't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now you said this dirty it is. There was nothing out like that. It's like, what kind of music is this? So that's the first original grime record of a label. Because I had...
So that come out on Black Ops?
Yeah. Drop Choppers. Imagine all your... big up Jammer. But when I put that drop to the man, I remember packing my... I always said, he was packing my records. So none of these men were doing this thing before me, bro. None of them. Wiley, none of them. None of them were doing what I was doing. I knew what I was doing was going to be for the future. I knew it, but no one knew apart from me and my little crew.
So in your head, yeah... Could you say you was like the first grime producer?
Yeah.
You're saying that. Not even.
Look what I said, man. Them remember they were doing garage and dark, not grime. My shit was with the rapping. No one's even rapping. When I'm rapping on beats, like, man, you're not repeating. No, I'm doing 16 bars with 16 lines. That's hip hop. You go to go back to your timeline. Go back. You can go back to go and get a grime record, your earliest grime record. Go and look for it. Go and look for your earliest grime record.
So what do you think? So was it Champagne and Hose? What come after that?
Like tons of records, man. I mean,
what was coming around that time? Like this is all before Kettle and all that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Way before that.
So you had so this is the order. You had Drop Top, All About the Cash. Yeah?
Yep.
You had Hoes Don't Mean Shit.
Yep.
That's the first Black Ops label. Then Bait was the second release on Black Ops.
Okay.
Listen to Bait, and you'll hear what grime is back in the day. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Listen to Bait. Go Bait. Say, man, who was doing this stuff? He's rapping on rave music, greasy beats, like bait. Just go and do your research. There was no one doing what I was doing. I knew this is the generation after. I'm doing it for the bedroom DJs and the up and comers.
So you was doing it for the people coming after garage.
Yeah, because I knew they were into hip hop. I'm in hip hop. I'm a first generation hip hopper. These are new hip hoppers coming into it, but they're gonna mix it with the rave. I knew they're gonna get into it, and my objective was I want to make our own UK rap. So I've got Bait now. What's after Bait?
Yeah.
Right, so I did a tune called Bait. If you go and do your research, type in Jon E Cash Bait. It's a blue label. So if you're collectors, the Hoes Don't Mean Shit. If you can get the record, hold that. It's the first Black Ops label. First. I even got that. Someone took my record out of my record bag. I have to go and buy it back. So yeah, Bait. And then we had this tune called, I tell you now, right?
Go on.
No, we had this tune called Haywire. Let me tell you. This is where it all starts now.
Okay, we're getting serious now.
That's where we're getting serious now. If you go on, like when you play Haywire to people now, they say, "Man, this sounds fresh." The whole concept now. I made Haywire. This is why I made it. I thought I'm gonna make it so you start. You start rushing, then you stop. You start rushing, then you stop.
What, the tune?
Yeah, the tune makes you, because when you're raving and you're hearing music, it's like a rush you get. yeah? And I designed the music for you to get the rush, then pause you. And it worked the gem. It worked so much, they banned this tune in Gas Club. They go to the DJ booth and said, no DJ is allowed to play Black Ops Haywire. I never heard of the tune.
What was it doing to people?
Like, listen. People, for those raving gas on a Friday and Saturday night, they remember the girl take the shoes off, smash the DJ deck, remember, champagne, smash it on the floor. This is what happened. Remember Brooklyn bottles of champagne on the floor, bro. This is a different kind of rave time. All the champagne bubblers, pow, smashing it. Killer going mad, banging the booth where the booth is almost mashing up, man. Bar staff, I remember them jumping over the bar,
Swear
skanking
down.
out. I said, bloody, let me get a joke. So the tune was killing Gas Club. Because they never, cause I said, this design, the tune was killing it, battering the club. Look, listen, the tune when people go hysterical, mad. Everyone just, if you're working, they just stop working for that funeral time and go nuts. Because everyone's on MD. This tune was designed, if you take MD or Eve, this will make you rush.
It's like
stop.
a spell.
Yeah, it's like hypnosis.
Yeah.
Man, you see the record go and they go nuts.
So this is where it got.
Yeah, it's
okay.
like, we set trends. Even Heartless Crew. We was on Freak FM. We did our advert. I got an advert. I remember I found them a while ago. We did adverts on Freak FM. But our adverts were like songs. Heartless Crews would play after us, and the next minute Heartless Crew are doing adverts.
Like songs?
Yeah. That's when they started doing the songs. But I got the adverts. I got the tunes. These are on Freak FM. I'll send them to you. I've got my download. I can send you the link. And then this is where we knew the tune. I think it's called DJ's Den in North London. This is where underground garage, bro. DJ's Den. And the garage scene in them time was good because you had the commercial garage, but there was an underground scene bubbling that you never hear in the garage raves. Never. You have to go to the after party. There was like two styles of garage. You got the daytime garage, you go to the club, but when you go to the after party 6 a.m, there was these nasty beats.
Was that basically like the B-sides?
This is a whole different. This is a different genre. It's garage, but like this is like big up. There was different kind of rhythms, bro. Different. They were just militant. It was just dark. Like they was made specifically. Nothing. There was skanking dark rhythms. Nothing was nice. Yeah, and it's like DJs then. So I loved all the grazing, all the underground stuff. So we're in like 2000 now. Yeah, 2000. We're doing Freak FM. Did a few stations. And I remember did a few stations. We was always doing radio stations, circling around. That was the life then, just doing station. So the music now is we're noticing it's getting shut down. The corporates, yeah. The corporates. They had a plan to shut down. The garage got so big. We had the Garage Awards on TV. Remember the time when Garage Awards on TV? Alexander Palace when it's on TV filming. Garage was getting massive. Then it got diluted. So took all the major acts, signed them up, made them start doing R&B and blah blah blah. You saw them all every rapper you can think. Everyone you think coming from the garage scene, they go and do commercial music. They get diluted. And I always say, why did they do that? Why can't they just do what made you good that way and then take the music to another stage?
It's not their choice though, is it?
Yeah, but because they're young, you don't really understand.
Once you get signed and they've given you this money, you're not gonna.
But if you knew what you know now, you wouldn't be doing that. Yeah,
of course.
This will happen. But this is what the major labels have their agenda. Yeah, so they dilute the scene. Then this will happen. The garage scene disappeared because there was nothing in the clubs. It's all R&B. Yeah, all right. Then the bedroom DJs, the grime things started coming.
Right, let's get into this then. So what were the first grime DJs you remember? Like the first bedroom DJs that started?
From the garage scene, yeah? From the garage scene, actual garage DJ, Martin Lana.
Because you was quite close with him.
Yeah, Martin Lana. He was like a big name. But Slimzy, I remember seeing Slimzy before. Slimzy was massive. I remember seeing Slimzy in the cutting house. I remember being in the cutting house. I was cutting. I think I was cutting. I was cutting War.
Right.
I was in a cutting house, music house. Them time there, for new guys who don't know about the music scene now, the way we meet other producers or other DJs or people in the scene, you go to like local spots where people will be gathering together, like music house, dub cutting houses. Them days we would cut a dub plate. A dub plate, for those who don't know what it is a 12-inch acetate piece of metal, and you record the individual track to each side of the dub plate. Would be a music house, yeah, cutting dubs. And I remember I saw Slimzy, and Slimzy had all the was all Wiley in the Roll Deep lot. You know what I mean? So I remember I give Slimzy my record. I was cutting War in there. Yeah, I cut 3 tunes this day, and this CD. It's got tunes I get asked for still today. A tune called Fugged Out that I've never ever released. Never. I cut Fugged Out. I cut Nasty, and I cut War. So this is like 2000. It's about 2000. End of 2000, late 2000. And I remember Slimzy go, "What's the tune?" I remember he's in there. He goes, "What tunes that you cutting in there?" I said, "No, so I got these on record. This is stuff I'm cutting." I didn't think nothing of it. Give him the records, yeah, the Howling and whatever. And he goes to me, "Can you that dub plate you was cutting? Can you cut me that?" So I said, "Which one?" So he goes, "Just cut me one of them dub plates." I said, "All right, cool, no problem." So, and I mean, if it Fugged Out, the only person I had Fugged Out was Martin Lana, the only person. I get asked all the time, "What's that tune?" When I play this tune Fugged Out, it's raw. Even Slimzy asks, "When's that tune coming, man? When's the Fugged Out one coming?" Epitome of greasy, bro.
Right.
I made that. To me, that's what I'm. It's like you could hear. It's like reggae dubstep, sub low. It's got a mix. It's just its own kind of thing, yeah. So a tune called Fugged Out. So I'm in the cutting house. This time now, the bedroom DJs now, the garage scene's dying down now. Because the garage scene's dying down, and all clubs are hip hop R&B. The grime scene now. Well, it wasn't called grime then. It was just underground garage, yeah. I had my sub low thing. It was just no one had no names. We just I call it sub low. I was making, and we just they just call it garage. They call it garage. You know what I mean? So the scene now is really the young guys coming in, the old school garage men. They're fizzling out. Now there's a new scene coming through, because you could see the what do they call it when the taking off the gate, or you can see Slimzy coming in. He's coming over.
Gatekeepers,
He's coming over. He's coming in for Easy's spot. You can see the crowd changing, because first it was EZ, yeah, he's the man.
And then Slim was coming.
Yeah, so EZ had the garage man lock. I got to pick up EZ. He dropped up with my kid on Kiss FM. That's what made the tune pop as well.
Okay.
Right, I got to pick up EZ. He dropped it on Kiss FM, and from EZ drops your tune, it's lights out. Yeah, like who's this guy? Who's the tune? So I big up EZ. Yeah, before about that. But anyway, going to the Sidewinder the raves now, right? I'm Milton Keynes, up Manchester Far. Slimzy coming through. EZ was up here. There was many DJs, Ray Hurley, not people, but Slimzy. Because of the new genre of music of the youths, he played the gutter beats. The gutter. He didn't care. He played the gutter of gutter. So you could see him coming through. And I remember there's one Sidewinder where you see he's the new man now. So EZ then played their tunes, but then when Slimzy came with the remix of everyone's tune that he had. You see? So imagine you got EZ killing it. EZ, he's the best DJ ever in this garage scene. He's supersonic. He's a mash at every rave. But when Slimzy come on, he come on for the youths them, for the road. He played Grease, bro. I mean, raves said this boy plays Grease. I said, this is the boy you need to target. Slimzy. One Sidewinder, he mashed it up. I remember I said, "Yo, this guy is dirty." Everyone played their sets. He had the remix of all their songs they played, and they have chopped up versions and all different kind of stuff. So right now the scene's getting dark now. The garage scene's getting real dark. So the garage scene's getting dark. That's what keeps saying, "Right, it's too dark." We had tunes from Music Mob coming out. You had what's that tune? What's the Music Mob tune?
Pulse X.
All the tunes. Now remember another thing from West London. 8 Bar. We invented that.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was the first 8 bar grime tune?
That was Pulse X.
Pulse X.
Yeah. Nothing. There was nothing like.
There weren't nothing before that, was there?
I was like, what's this? Like, even I thought, what's this? A crazy tune? It just goes back around. There's no. It just goes it's like 2 loops. It's come producer and everything. There's just 2 loops. Like, to me, that's like, it was an idea to me. There's an idea. There's no chorus or nothing. It's to mash at the rave. So this is like, that was the first 8 bar songs geared for MCs, because it's just 8 bar. 8 bar. And everyone started formulating 8 bar the formula, which came from Music Mob. Yeah, all the bangers came from West London.
Do you feel like, because I feel like when we mentioned grime, and people talk about grime instrumentals, MCs, West doesn't really get mentioned.
But we have the beats. It's all our beats. All them man spitting, all them favourite MCs in the grime scene, they spit on West man's beats.
The Hungry Tiger, Hoods
Yeah,
Up.
that's like Hoods Up way long. That's down the line. This is the early days. It was all West London beats. You go think it. Invasion, Aha, War, Hungry. There's too many. I had so much tunes out. I had aliases. I had Jon E Cash. I had another name. I had this name.
What other names did you have?
I had Blow 40 Hertz. I had just different names I put in. I said, oh, I can't put 2 Jon E Cash songs out the same day. So I put 2 records out the same day. Different producers, but it's me.
Swear.
Yeah. So, and then he had Sticky making the Dark Garage, Sticky Bad Boy Sticky, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on.
Sticky, come on, the nasties,
Yeah.
Like, he was a gutter, bro. Like, he made that dark.
Golly gosh, and yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? It was nasty. You know what I'm saying? So, I remember Wesley J played that Boo tune on tape in Coliseum. He's the first one to play it. Yeah, Wesley J played on tape. From a tape. From a damn tape, bro. Craig got nuts. From a tape.
Yeah, that war in a minute, the Boo, yeah.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, big up Oris J.
Oris J, come on, that tune. Yeah. All from West?
Yeah. No, he's from,
Okay,
I think he's out of London, but you see, the scene.
Oh, he is from Manchester,
Yeah,
Oris J?
scene's getting, now you can see the scene's getting dark. Zed the Spider. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All the tunes is nasty now. Wookie's tunes are getting nastier now, even nastier.
Storm and everything.
The Storm and all them tunes there. Wookie's even getting devilish dark. The scene's getting dark now. So like so you can see it's the era of the dirty B lines, the hard beats, the shadow beats. So this is where the grime scene. It wasn't called grime, it was just dark garage.
Yeah.
I was doing what I was doing, called dark garage. Then it was like, oh, One Extra came. When they sort of grasped onto it and highlighted it, put it on their radio show, had the first. They called it grime.
So was that Cameo?
Cameo, yeah. Cameo we had the first kind of grime show. We was on there back in the days, and they blacklisted us because they said we were too.
So the first grime show on One Extra was you and Cameo. Yeah.
So One Extra started calling our music grime. The media started calling it grime. So then Wiley's got his style. And Wiley's got his. Man, I don't make garage. I make esky. So this is where he had the Wiley from the East London. He had me and my boys from the West. So he had esky beats and he had the sort of sub-low thing. You know what I mean? So he's doing it. So we're all doing underground dark garage, but our own genres. You know what I mean? Because the garage men didn't like the old school man didn't like us, bro. They just said, "No, we don't want this." Them coming in, taking over the scene, which was inevitable. We would, because we're the new generation. So I think so. This is where the grime scene really sort of kicked off, and then it became where the MCs became more potent than the DJs. This is where it turned to funny. Then turned like a stage show.
What do you mean turned funny?
Because like you go raving not to rave now. You go raving to watch the MCs.
Didn't that like make the scene bigger or better?
No, it was two different things. Because I was the bridge from the garage scene to the kind of grime scene. I'm the kind of bridge. No one was raving anymore. We're raving, but we're not. The DJ. You're the DJ. The DJs were the superstars. They're not. Now
they're the backups.
The
background.
In the garage, they were the superstars.
Yeah, but when it started going to grime,
they became they had no power. Like the MCs were telling them what to play. They play a tune and they get reloaded. So it became like a stage show. So the grime thing had this almost like the bashment thing. You know, about the MCs, and the music become little by little less important. I mean, because you could see from the days of big clubs, it was you needed them dirty beats to get the reload, and then when the clubs fizzled out, the MCs became the official grime. This is now the new UK hip hop, grime rapping on beats. Because back in the days, they wasn't rapping; they were MCing, just choruses and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
All right, so this was the difference from the garage scene. They used to just rap little hooks and repeat. Remember, do one hook, pass the next man, do another hook. Then, as eventually time got by, they started creating songs, 16 bars, choruses, and this it's really the UK's hip hop sound, which now the UK hip hop sounds turned to drill now, but it's that, I mean,
it's same thing.
So that's where it was like UK rappers on UK music, you know what I mean? So that's what sort of the grime scene kind of came from.
Right. So, what role do you feel like you had to play in all, like 2001, 2002, the whole grime scene?
Building the foundation, the music style, the genre, the music, pushing our sound forward. It's our UK sound. So I was really, even when I won the awards, I won the awards in 2000. I won remember, I won all the awards when there was no social media.
So tell the people what awards have you won.
I won the Best Producer Sidewinder. I won the UMA Awards 2004.
That was 2004. Sidewinder was 2004.
Yeah, I won both. Yeah, 2004. Even when I won the awards in UMA in 2004, I'm on stage. I was so anti-label, anti-music industry because I knew what they're about, manipulation. I was even saying to him, why have you got Wu-Tang here on a UK water show? Why are we funding Americans? We've got to stop funding Americans. We need to fund our own UK base. I said that live on stage when I picked my award up. I was so raw. Do
you regret doing all that stuff now?
No, because that's what I believe in. Because why is it we're creating something? Why are we going giving it? We're now creating our own scene. We don't need to go to America. We don't need to give to America. Let's put our money back into the UK artist. That's what I was mainly about, pushing the music for the UK scene. That was my main genre, to try and get this UK music established and to be a dominant force in the music industry. But all it was, I didn't really do it for money, which I should have done. I did it for love.
You already had the money.
Yeah, I didn't think of business mind in that sense where you can manipulate and make good money from the scene.
So after War, let's get into a bit later, like Kettle, all of like.
Yeah, well, you got War.
Yeah.
When I put Aura out, I had a plan with the Black Ops to wipe out any other crew when it comes to sound. We had War, Invasion. We had pure bangers. I said, you're going to go to a rave, you're going to hear Black Ops non-stop. You're going to hear Black Ops non-stop.
And for a few years, it was like that.
Yeah. So after War, we had Invasion. That tune's still back.
Yeah, to this day.
People, how you get the bass? I said, I was told, you must sound design. If you want to get your own sound, you must create your own sound. Like my Vomit bass. I get asked every day, where's that bass come from? I'm never going to let no one where that comes from. And I tell you now, it's in your eyesight. Most guys have it, but they don't know.
But you've actually designed the patch.
Like, yeah. Because I was going to put it on a sound pack.
Was you?
Yeah, I thought,
nah.
So then everyone be doing what I'm doing. Yeah. So I said no, because I can always use that sound. I can use it in the future. You know what I mean? Into my want. So I was going to do a sound pack. You know what I mean? So we was designing from War. I said now it's takeover time, because we looked at we're a production team. We want to be the leading force in the club. When you go to any rave, you're going to hear Black Ops non-stop. This was the brand. We're going to push this Black Ops brand.
Invasion,
had all about sex. Had enough tunes, man. The Kettle, Spanish VIP.
Yeah.
I had a War series, the 4-4 War, the War VIP.
Yeah.
Man, remember, them days, I was just pressing up records for fun, pressing it up. White labels with one side. Like if you can get international, there's about 50 copies of. No one knows this. There's 50 copies on circulation of international. From the I had so much tunes, man. Fairground, dude. I had too much tunes, bro.
Do it, course, yeah.
I had too much tunes.
Yeah, no, about too many.
I had Sublo.fm, that label with the dready stuff. I had the Beats for the Streets. So I was putting out records non-stop. So 2005, I started doing clubs, but then I realised, man, they're putting blocks on us. Now our music's strong in a strong field. They block the clubs. No grime in the clubs. Can't play. They put no grime. That was it. And that's what sort of the scene kind of. I stopped putting music out.
Yeah, because we're getting to the end now. Like 2005, it seemed like
I stopped. My last tune I put out on record was "Do It."
I
think I pressed last one I pressed on the label.
So grime sort of fades and ends. Doesn't end, but the police are on it.
We get to a peak at Sidewinder, because Sidewinder is like the peak, and then we got the Sidewinder, there's Oceans. There's a rave every minute. Sidewinder's killing it. Like grime is massive. 2004, 3, 5. Then 5 is because they put a lock on the clubs.
Yep.
5 is when they shut the thing down. So we had a good 2002 to 2005. The clubs was grime. It was wicked, man. But then what is the MCs? Because now it's more MC based. The music become back burner, and the MCs become in the forefront.
And do you feel like that put your music on the back burner? Where
I thought it's not worth making a music. That's why I made Hoods Up. I made Hoods Up for a joke.
I made it overpower the MCs.
No, I made it for MCs.
Oh, you made that for MCs?
Look, I'm going to make a simple song. It's simple in groove, but not simple in arrangement. So it sounds simple, but the way I made it, I said, I'm gonna make a song. I'm gonna make a simple track for MCs because they're not really into raving no more.
Yeah.
Energy and the fast garage. They want something they can spit over and be heard. So I made that deliberately for that, and that's why I made Hoods Up. And I made it. It sounds simple, but the way I arranged it was very smart.
Okay.
All right, and obviously when that tune battered.
Yeah, come on. To this day.
When you play that tune in the club, any tune you're playing, that was smash it coming in. That's what I made it for. If you listen to me,
the original warmonger, Jon E Cash.
Because I made tunes for sound boys. Said that.
Yeah.
I said what? Nah. I want my tune to come in with authority. Like when it stamps in Black Ops, boom. You hear that bass drum, you know, this is some hard shit, man. This ain't no tin can PlayStation music. This is some hard shit. Yeah. All right? There's some levels in this thing here, you know what I'm saying?
So let's go to like the last few years. Let's start getting to the end of what's going on now and what we've got to look forward to.
What now?
Yeah.
Well, I've got tons of stuff coming out now. I mean, because I stopped putting the music out. I'm from the era where exclusive, I give it to you, you got it. Now exclusive's gone. Once I give it to someone on the internet, everyone's got it. So I had computers full of music, which I still got now. I still never stopped making it.
So you had to adapt to.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, it took me. So then I was doing the raves and the funky raves. Yeah, you know the funky raves. Start making all the funky. Like all my house stuff coming out now is all made from that era.
Okay.
So these time now I'm just doing raves with Dreddy, doing dances. Then I said, no what, child man, I've had enough of this music scene. I totally had enough. Got in a relationship with some chick, and I just stopped altogether. I just turned like a raver. Dreddy carried on. He was doing the funky thing, the house thing. I get nicked. I'm in jail. I ain't seen Dreddy for a minute. Now I got arrested. I'm in jail now. I'm in Wandsworth now, chilling in the bunk. I hear this tune come on. I said, what the fuck is this, man? Some tune come on. I said, what the hell is this? Tune. Listen, if you're a funky DJ, go and look for a record called Hard Cash. And you can see this music had no ID to it, but everyone's doing it now. This is Dreddy did a sub low, basically a sub low track, about a 125 tempo, 128 tempo.
Okay.
The tune is, I'm in my bunk in the Wandsworth. I said, what the hell is this? I said, Statics is playing. Yeah, Statics. Big up Statics. Some tunes coming in. I said, Bomba Club, what? I said, no, this tune's nasty. I said, when I get back out, I gotta make something like this. This is Greek, because I like the house thing. So anyway, I come back out. I think Dreddy was like, I remember I come back out, I was on tag, and Dreddy was in Australia. I said, right, man. He goes, gee, Cash, you should have carried on the music. You would be here with me in Australia. He's in Australia. I'm on my little tag in my bedroom, stuck in. It's New Year's Eve. It was on New Year's Eve. He's messaging me. I'm about to play in Australia. I'm like, fucking hell, man. Why did I stop making the music? Because we're doing it together. He blew up on T. Williams. A few years go by. This happened a few years ago, but he kept telling me, oh, Cash, man, come back, man, come back. Nah, I can't bother because he knows what Pure Tunes, because now I built my studio in my house. So now I got my old setup in the back of my house. Yeah. So now I'm back to, because I can go studio now and pull up a 1999 song and exactly the same as 1999. I got all my hardware, everything still. So he's saying, nah, man, you need to come back. He pushed me so much to get me back. And I was like, nah. At the time, I'm all going Brazil. I'm in Brazil, living life, having fun.
Yeah, every time I used to contact you, was in Brazil.
Yeah, I said, I don't need that. I'm not into music. He actually pressed up an EP, I think, with there was a 4-track EP. It's like a black and white label. It says Cash Combo, War Bash E. There's a few tunes. It was a bad boy EP. He pressed it up because I'm going to press up all the records and show you, like
people want you back.
Yeah, and I'm like, so he pressed up his own EP on his behalf to convince me to come back. It wasn't for him, I would not be doing music now because I was totally out of the game. I made music, but wasn't interested to show it in public.
John, it's been eventful, bro.
Man. Happy to give the story, man, for real.
It's been eventful. You've been watching a grime history lesson with myself, DJ Argue, and the legend Jon E Cash.
Yeah, and big up peoples.
Keep it Black Ops.
Keeping it Black Ops, keeping it warm, keeping it underground. I must say a big up listen, I got to say a big up Retu for all the Coliseum ravers, you know. The original champagne bubbler, man. I had to go Coliseum, see him, the man buy the bar out.
Yeah,
man, go Coliseum. Imagine go Coliseum. The man buy crates of champagne. Crates and I'm like. So yeah, big up the raves on Coliseum, big up all the garage scene. I got big up all the grime artists doing the thing now, man. I'm so happy that the grime scene is elevated to where it is at now, where it's established worldwide. Man, I'm so happy, like, because this back in the days, like, right, it's never gonna happen. So big up all the artists and big up all the new DJs and new producers. And one thing I must say, if you're a producer, get your own sound, please, man. If you get your own sound, you can make something today, and you can play it in 10 years' time. Do not follow everyone. Do your own thing, and you'll be timeless.
Listen, we're out. Grime history lesson. Keep it rinse.